Okay, hello and welcome back to the European Dodgeball Championships, the last broadcast of the day, I believe. You see on centre court we have a men's group game. It's Scotland Highlanders against the Wales Dragons. It's going to be quite a tense match, and you've joined us just about halfway through first game. Scotland are down 3 players, Wales have got the entire team on board. You're seeing an absolute class display from these two teams. Long-time adversaries in World Dodgeball, European Dodgeball. These are you two usually battling it out for second place. So this can be expected to be a fantastic match, very, very tight, good one to start closing the day down on. We've just had Czech Republic facing off against the Republic of Ireland in the men's over on court 1. I can't see a score for that, the board hasn't been updated down there. And on court 2 we have the Italian men against the Swiss men. At the minute the Italians are winning 2 games to 0. So back here in centre court, there's a little confusion as to the fate of number 17, Ted Dumbrell, but he's been called out. Wales sitting there with 4 players on court, Scotland with 2. We're just holding while we return the dodgeball to court. That's been sent over to the Wales side there. They have to force a play. You've got Adam Bowditch here, very well known in UK dodgeball for his ridiculous catching from time to time. Very, very consistent player. And then Chris Harper, who will be controlling, dictating the pace of the game as much as he possibly can. Thought about that catch, let that one go, slightly risky. Fortunately, time's run out and Scotland lose that first match. It's 2 points to Wales. They're going to be very, very happy with that result. The Scottish team, they're not going to let their heads drop, but it's not an ideal situation for them. So yeah, Tim Day, keep an eye out on him at the start of the game. He'll have Scott Enough running for the ball, feeding it back to him. Tim be right there on the line, trying to make a hit straight away. Unfortunately, Scotland pit Ted Dumbrell and his mighty calves against Scott. As, you know, in this case, Ted has actually won that ball, preventing that opening gambit from Wales. Absolutely fantastic play. 2 balls on the Wales side. They're down 2 players already. Scotland lose James Tetley, as he is known. Still a 1-player lead for Scotland. Dave Poole hammering down the outside. His club teammate Chris Harper trying to pick him off quickly. It's not going to happen. Chris Harper's a bit quicker than that. Nice 2-ball attack down the centre at Ryan Ely, and making short work of that. He's out now. Wales, they do this quite a lot when they're down. They take a little longer than necessary to have that little conversation. In this case it's come off. They've had a quick look, see Ted on the floor. Staggering those throws means they can pick him off with relative ease. Scotland still leading this game by 1 player. Save on Tim Day. Got hit in the head, didn't see the ball, but Scott Enough, number 3, jumped in to save that ball. So still keeping the 3 players. Scotland still 1 player ahead with a 3-ball salvo at Tim Day. Not known for his catching, can do on occasion, but he's mostly an offensive player. Not that he's vulgar. Dropping down to 2. Dave Poole really should have made a better job of that catch. He's not going to be happy with himself. He wasn't in a comfortable position for a catch, leaving Scott, number 3, again not known for his catching, which is really what you need in this situation to turn things around, but he has been known to pull something ridiculous out the bag on occasion. Maybe this will be one of them. It is! Excellent work from Scott. Scotty Whitelaw, the man coming off for the Scotland team, number 10, will not be terribly happy with that. Henry Skinner, unfortunately, number 30 there, just fluffing his attempt. So Wales have levelled the teams now. Scott and Spike, a counterer and a catcher. It's Chris Harper and Adam Bowditch, a counterer and a catcher. Very nicely matched pair here. You'll notice on the Scotland team these are the same 2 we had in on their own in the previous match. I'm going to keep unleashing at Spike. I think the smart money for Scotland here would be focusing on Scott a bit, because he hasn't got a ball to counter with. But obviously they can't leave Robin there, number 12, Spike, sorry, 42. Can't leave him unchecked with the ball out there to potentially counter with. Just gathering their thoughts again. 2 balls from Wales. And they're not going to risk firing them at Adam Bowditch just yet. Instead aiming for Harper, but that's time. We're calling a draw there. 1 point each. So Wales still leading with that first game ahead. That's putting them to the score of 3 to Scotland's 1. As we rack up for the next game. See a similar technique being used for the running here at the start. Adam Bowditch, he doesn't use a backer. Some of the people like to push off their opposite numbers' feet. A quick one there from Lewis Brimmel across Adam Bowditch, and glances his shoulder. Feels it, he's coming off. Some good dummy play there from Wales. Dave Poole holding that ball. He's got massive hands, he can really hold that ball, go into a full throw motion and just stop right at the end. He's going to be keeping number 10, Scotty Whitelaw, at bay by holding that ball. Scotland need to try and capitalise on their speed a little bit when Dave Poole's holding the ball. Very powerful throw. A little bit telegraphed. Instead, the 2 Scotland balls have found Tim Day, knocking his glasses off. Always funny. Tim Day's going to take that short walk and just check himself. That one looked like a hit on Ted, but it wasn't. That was a block into his leg. Quite an athletic dodge. And we're just calling time for a second while we get that 3rd ball back into the game. Going to filter back in on the Scotland side where it came out. There in the hands of Scotty Whitelaw. Scotty and Tetley. And you get the 2 Austrian refs, head refs, observing the game. And it looks like a catch was made there against Adam Bowditch that's brought Tim Day back in for Wales with his glasses properly reattached. Scotty Whitelaw also out for Scotland now. Not ideal. There's at least 1 hit there on Lewis Brimmel. Possibly a second. No, Dave Poole staying in. With 3 balls to return fire against Scotland. Straight at Harper's chest, but he wasn't expecting it. That's cannon straight off him, the angle he was at. Scotland down to 3 men. The fairly experienced but relatively new to international dodgeball, Henry Skinner. This is his first outing with the Highlanders. And he's been caught halfway up the court, hit twice. They're saying he's hit twice. He hasn't gone out yet. Referee's called it. On he goes. So now we get Ted and James. Number 6, Tetley. I'm going to accidentally keep calling him because that's what we all call him. That free-throw effort there from Tetley, number 6 for Scotland, at Dave Poole on the far side for Wales. Possibly a bounce, so I think the referee's called him out for that. It's probably fair enough. Number 6 there, Tetley just running a ball out. Ted rolling that second one back. Just trying to force the Wales move. Trying to make any mistake. Number 17, Ted Dunbarrow there is going to be waiting with a pretty explosive counter. Plays a very similar game to Scott in that respect. That's a slightly invalid throw. You can't really get away with it at this level of dodgeball. Maybe it was an accident. They do happen. These balls do slip out of your hands from time to time. That's still a pretty wild height. So, Tim Day, well known for attempting headshots back in the UK. There's Ryan Nilu taking a catch from Ted, leaving James Tuttle on his own, right on the back line. He stepped out. It's careless. Very, very careless. He's going to be a bit miffed when he sees how close he was just before then. Wales taking that second game, giving himself 5 points. That means the draw is guaranteed for Wales, which is not ideal news for Scotland. Scotland really need to turn this around and win these next 2 games to prevent Wales from advancing too far. So we can have a quick look at the men's groups. As you see a couple of replays there. Neil taking that catch, Neely, still don't know how to pronounce it. As we rock our game ready for that second one. So yeah, at the minute Wales are very high in the top of Group B, sitting with 47 points. Scotland men in second place with 40 points. Italy behind them with 32. So Scotland really do want to try and make a bit of an impact on this game. There's no way they'll be able to catch Wales now for first place. Wales are coming top of this group. but Scotland do not really want to slip into third if they can avoid it. It looks like a timeout's been called, so they're going for that. A standard huddle. Sean Scott for Scotland, number 68. He's come across to have a bit of a team talk. For Wales, Dave Poole, player and coach, number 22. He's probably going to have said enough already. You can see the crowd is indeed mild. We're about to kick off here. Sunlight starting to fade here in Vienna. 3 balls for Scotland. We've got to use these 2 within the 5 seconds. Scotty Whitelaw catches up in time. That's a 3-ball release. Chris Harper on the far side throwing a wild one across court at Tim Day. Tim Day wasn't ready. It wasn't a fast ball, but he wasn't ready for it, and it's just caught him out. That's going to put a big dent in the firepower of the Wales team for this game. Ted and Scotty both jumping dodges. Ted utilising his mighty calves to get himself right up in the air, almost a little too far. As Wales once again have 3 balls. They use 2. Number 99 on the near side, Ryan Neely keeping his ball. That's cannoned off Dave Poole there from, I think, Chris Harper, sending him out. Scotty Whitelaw coming across court. It's a long throw, but it's very quick from him. Unfortunately missing his target. Tim Day there giving cover, and either Skinner or Tetley's out there from a catch made by Spike, 42 for Wales. And Scotland now 4 players, Wales all 6. Ted, fantastic catch down there on the floor. Microns from the surface. Very good stuff indeed. That's making it 5 each, and that's Tim Day he's caught out again. That's going to be a very useful thing for Scotland later on. Scotty block, counter against Spike. Really should have caught that, but a little bit too quick for him there. And he fumbles the catch. Quite a soft throw there from 99 in the Wales team. I'm not sure if he was using it as a distraction or if that was a genuine attempt. I mean, it went to the right place, just it wasn't by any means his best. Quick tactical discussion. They're going on the defensive Wales, waiting for the counter, waiting for us to find a hole in the Scotland defence. See, Wales have a quick discussion. They've got the time, they've got the balls, fewer players. A 3-ball volley at Adam Bowditch. One of them catches on the knee, and that's going to put a big dent in Scotland's defensive quality. That said, we haven't had much chance to see Adam Bowditch really enter the game. He's just been the last man in, on the unfortunate end of a multiple ball volley right at the end. 2 balls for Scotland, Skinner and Tetley. Big jump there from Skinner, nice and high. Bit of slow recovery, and then a quick return to form there. Scotland firing off, Wales return, and now Wales have all 3 balls, but only 3 players. Scotty Whitelaw didn't see that coming. Chris Harper's trick used against him there by Dave Poole, I think, crossing the court with 1 ball while 2 fly straight. Teams are even, and that's time. Wales have guaranteed the win of the match with only 1 remaining, and Scotland are not going to be happy with that at all. Scott is new from number 3 there, very happy with his team's performance. He loves a good win, does Scott. As he's just moved in the UK, he's moved from club to club recently. He's now signed up with DPL regulars, Jamie Dodgers, one of the oldest teams in the UK. Catching through the highlights there, that's the unfortunate fumble there from Spike. It says in his shirt. It's not the sort of thing you expect from him, but here we are ready for the game. Final game here. Bit of a mixed bag. 1 ball each and 1 ball off court. It's going Wales side. Let's take the first move. Straight at Ted, number 17. Jumps over that with no problem with his mighty calves. That one bounces into the floor in front of Scotty Whitelaw from Dave Poole of Wales. Tetley there just keeping Scotty Whitelaw in the court as he slides towards the back line. 3 balls from Wales, slightly staggered. That was probably intentional from number 21, Lewis Brimmel. Scotland return fire, a catch and a hit. So that's going to make essentially no change, 1 player each leaving a team. So here in this final game, Wales have secured that victory with that second draw just then. And now we get Max back in the room.
Yeah, just came back from the tournament direction to see that everything is going smooth. We have a small change in the schedule.
Okay.
That's what I was there for, because the playoff game from the women's competition is switched a spot, and that has to be managed. So because a team who reached the playoffs is Scotland women.
Yes.
So as it would be right now, they had played at the same time as the Scottish mixed.
I see.
Yeah, and that should be avoided because they have players who play both divisions. So now that is arranged, and we can focus on the centre court.
You don't do scheduling nightmares here in Austria. Smooth and slick, it's fantastic. There you see a save, either by or for Tim Day. I didn't quite catch which one of the mop head pair that was on the Wales side. Now they've got 3 balls, going to go on a strong offensive against 4 players in Scotland. Tuthill there, James Tetley going for that catch, number 6. Ball had already bounced and the next one's hit him. Scotland replying in kind, hitting out Tim Day, leaving 2 balls in the hands of Dave Poole and Spike. Dave Poole taking out his UK club teammate Chris Harper, leaving just Ted and Henry Skinner on the Scotland side. Really, just for the sake of saving face, these 2 Scotland players want to put a dent in the Wales ranks here. They really could do with a catch. That was the opportunity. Dave Poole, slightly weak throw, hooked it a little bit, bounced into the floor. Mistakes happen, but that wasn't going to be easy to catch either. Ted on the counter, as is his one. Scott making his second catch of the day. Still, it's not something you'd associate with him. A lot more of a countering player than a catching player. Henry Skinner takes a good catch at an important time. Referees are saying that it wasn't a catch. Now there were 2 balls at the same time, but I'm not sure which one he got.
It was quite hard because he made the catch attempt, lost control of the ball. Then there was, for me at the same time, the hit on the foot and the control and catch with the second grab. So
that's it. So it's very, very difficult for the referees to decide which way round that was.
And they decided that the hit was first.
So he's gone out, leaving Adam Bowditch for Scotland. He's going to try and make all the difference he can. Strong defensive player, this guy, though he's starting to get a good throw on him. Considered that catch, you'll see this man throwing himself for anything. But that is it, that's time. Wales have won this match. They're going to be very happy with that result. The Scotland guys, they're not going to be too pleased. Not so much, no. That's going to 8-2 in the end. Catch a couple of replays here. You can see one of those volleys that took out the Scotland captain, James Tuthill. Lovely action from Ted, but that was scooped up by Scott for Wales. Slightly unprecedented move where he's actually made 2 catches in the match, which I say on paper you wouldn't put down for Scott of Wales. That's not his game at all. But they retire off the court, very, very happy indeed. Final score, Scotland 2, Wales 8.
So with that result, we have 2 more games on the centre court, which are featured through the live stream. Up next, England versus Northern Ireland, also in the men's division. And after that, the playoff game. I'm not quite sure which one is rescheduled, but it's either the women's playoffs or the mixed playoffs. We will find out when the teams enter the court.
Yes.
Yeah.
Either way, there's going to be some more dodgeball. Okay, so we're going to cut down to a quick interview between some of the guys from Scotland and Wales from that match.
Okay guys, so how was the game? Yeah, it was a very good game. Wasn't the result we were looking for, but Wales played very well and they fully deserved it. Fully deserved the win.
It's always a great game because we have really good rivalry, and we've only beaten them recently, so it's just really well done on our part, and commiserations. It was just unlucky by them.
And how satisfied are you with your performance in this game?
Overall, the performance of the team throughout the day has been kind of up and down. Really, we've had our good moments, we've had our bad moments. I guess it's kind of this result summarises the day for us. Really, we're going to go home, have a good old long sleep, come back tomorrow fighting, and tomorrow's the important day that we're looking to just arrive and just that's it, full gear. We're going for it.
Completely forgotten the question. They put me off.
Okay. So how satisfied were you with your performance in this game?
Well, despite how often I got hit out, yeah, it was really good. Just really good to be able to really cement our place at the top of the group, and hopefully this can lead on to tomorrow, where hopefully we can knock England off. So.
And which nation was the toughest one to beat in the group stage?
Well, I'd probably say our toughest competition of the day it's more our performance wasn't up to top shape, but I'd say Ireland gave us a really good game, and we really tried our hardest to try and beat them. We managed just on the very last game just to get the win there. So yeah, but they played absolutely amazing, and of course with Wales just taking that win there as well, they showed that they were very hard to beat, and they were fully in control the entire time, and they knew what they were doing. So.
How about you?
Again, I've forgotten the question. Sorry.
Yeah. So which nation was the toughest one to beat in the group stage?
I think it's got to be Scotland. I think the scoreline was quite flattering for us, just because there were quite a few lucky catches, stuff like that, drops from their side, that obviously makes it far more flattering to us. But it was a really good game.
Okay, thank you guys for the interview, and good luck for the remaining games. Yeah.